All right, this week, most of these characters, that I introduced, they were introduced as part of like a team, like the X-Men. In this case, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, things like that. So this guy, at first glance, well, first of all, like all the other hidden gems, he could survive today, doing something. He could be more prominent, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, he just got, pushed to the wayside. This week's hidden gem is Wonderman. Now, this guy
And he's not
is
Wonder Woman's husband.
no, he is not Wonder
Okay.
Woman's husband. Two different comic book things. But anyway, so Wonder Man, he was the son of an industrialist, like a weapons manufacturer, right?
Okay.
And his father I think his father died or something, and this guy he took over the company. But then, of course, as he's taking over the company is starting to not do so well because Tony Stark now, and Stark Industries is coming up on the scene, and Stark is making weapon systems, and they're beating them out, and the company is like bleeding money. So he starts embezzling. He starts, he's stealing the money. He gets caught, gets in prison. Baron Zemo, the short of it, Baron Zemo bails him out. He radiates him with this ionic energy, which turns him into Wonder Man.
Got it.
He has a bunch of different adventures and stuff, but he's all over the map. But what makes him interesting to me is that, which actually makes him more interesting than a person like a Superman, right? He has these Omega level powers, which are in combination pretty unique, but he's not. No, most people never heard of him,
Yeah.
right? So he has super strength, like more than Thor level or above.
Okay.
He's gone toe to toe with the Hulk, the Thor, Gladiator, even though Gladiator kind of like punched him through a planet. So he's powerful. He's very powerful. He's damn near invulnerable. He can be obviously knocked out because when Gladiator hit him, right?
Yeah.
We reviewed Gladiator a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
When Gladiator hit him, knocked him unconscious, whatever, but he survived. He can fly. Originally, when he first got his powers, he didn't know how to control them, so he didn't know how to fly. Use his powers to fly, but over time, he developed the power of flight by directing this ionic energy. He can shoot beams of that same energy out of his eyes and out of his hands. He is immortal, pretty much. He can resurrect himself. So if he does get killed, he can come back to life,
Yeah.
right? So he's a very powerful character, but one of the things that he's more known for is his ability to socialize with anybody. He's just like a cool dude.
Okay.
And he's an unassuming kind of a character. Like you won't really see him, portray his powers without some real reason to do it. So this is one of those characters that, again, you can pop around in any movie, any show. I would love to see a short on them, like 12, 15 episodes, like a Netflix short or something, series of shows, not a season,
Right.
just a short, thing, mini series.
Okay.
But he can pop up like Fury pops up all over the place, and anywhere the Avengers or any Marvel character can show, right? So he doesn't need to have the popularity of like a Superman, but I think he's more interesting than a person like Superman.
Yeah.
So that's this week's hidden gem, man. And it's like he came out in like 79, I think, something like that. And I just think he's severely underrated.
Yeah.
Simply because of his power sets. I mean, he's as powerful as any other super powered being or mega level being in the Marvel or even the DC universes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Wonder Man.
Dude, so funny you say that about a show or a little mini series.
Mm-hmm.
They have confirmed that they're working on a show for Disney Plus. 10-episode miniseries. They started filming, I believe, but everything got screwed up with the strike. So I don't know where it's at now. But
What, of Wonder Man?
Yep, Wonder Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't even know that.
Yep. So, yeah, fun fact. I didn't even know it till when you were going through. I had his Wikipedia up, and I saw it at the bottom. And they have this dude, Yawa Abdul Mateen II, playing Wonderman.
Okay.
So, we'll see. And Ben Kingsley is in it, too. Ed Harris is playing Neil Sarayan, Simon's agent.
Another interesting fact, this character, Wonderman Simon,
Yeah.
his brother Eric was like a super villain.
Okay.
Death something or another. Who is it? Eric.
Dude, it's funny, too. Last week you said that we're doing a lot of Marvel hidden gems, but here you are with another Marvel hidden gem.
Well, there's a reason for that. I'm trying to find this guy.
And you did say last week that Marvel has better characters than DC.
Right.
Which I agree.
So Simon's brother Eric is the Grim Reaper in the comics. So it's like one brother becomes a cop, the other brother becomes a villain.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that thing.
Nice.
But what's also interesting, so I'm searching for some DC hidden gems, right? Mm-hmm. They just don't have any, man. Most of the DC characters, you really, you know most things about them.
Yeah.
And then the ones that you pretty much don't know that much about, they're uninteresting.
Right.
And apparently they don't. I don't know if they have. I would be interested to see. I mean, I probably do some research on who has the most characters, Marvel or DC. But DC doesn't really have a lot of characters. Matter of fact, when I was going back, I'm thinking about like the Super Friends, right?
Yeah.
As a cartoon, watching them when I was a kid. And I really didn't even consider those characters comic book characters when I started reading reading comics because I picked up Marvel first.
Yeah, okay.
But you knew who Superman was, Batman, Wonder Woman from the Super Friends.
Right.
Justice League and all that kind of crap. But DC, man, I'm struggling to find some hidden gems because they don't have many gems to begin with, hidden or
they're not
in
hidden.
the light,
Right. Now, I think to your point there, the best characters in DC are those most popular characters, like the top tier, the Flash, the Superman, the Wonder Woman, the Green Lantern. You're starting to get lower tier, maybe. I don't know. Some people love Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. You get the Shazam. Black Adam would have been like a hidden gem, right? Because he's not as known as Superman, but when you talk, he's just as cool. Actually, a lot cooler. From my, but yeah, I think obviously DC has a lot of characters, but they either have really, really good or no one gives a shit about.
I think Marvel has as many hidden gems that are as equally powerful or more powerful than DC's major players.
Absolutely.
Like this guy Wonderman.
Yeah.
So a Gladiator or actually the only hidden gem that was pretty cool from DC was Firestorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Constantine he's DC. So you had Constantine too. So you had a couple.
Yeah.
You had a couple. But you're right. Even would Gladiator beat Superman?
That would be something.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Captain Marvel Binary, would she beat Superman? Binary?
Binary? Yeah, I think so. Because the power, the psionics, sure.
Yep. All right.
But then, Superman, would he actually go the distance? He'd probably let himself be killed other than try to kill somebody. Him and Batman with the no kill rules.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Obviously, we know that Captain Marvel don't give a shit. That is one thing. Marvel superheroes, they'll kill 20. They don't give a shit, man.
Right.
They'll kill 18 people to save one. You're like, wait a minute.
That's it.
But no, this was another good one, dude. Wonderman. So now, and it's funny because when I heard the name, I always just automatically assumed he was a Superman, Wonder Woman type character, which but the way he got his power is a lot different. So is he a villain because of who? Baron Zito was the one who bailed him out, or was he a hero?
Well, I forget why he initially bailed him out or gave him the powers, but I mean, obviously he was a criminal for embezzling.
Yeah.
And then I think like Baron Zemo and a couple other people like brainwashed him to attack the Avengers.
Okay.
But when he actually showed up on the scene, he sided with the Avengers. So I think it was like a transition thing with him where he came from one background and ended up being basically a superhero.
Got it. And he is in the Civil War storyline, which I don't remember, but I just read that he was blackmailed into working for S.H.I.E.L.D. during the Civil War storyline.
Yeah.
So, all right, another great Hidden Gem. If you like that, check out the Hidden Gem playlist on our YouTube page.